Hey guys, so today is a 10,000 YouTube subscriber special. So what I'm going to do is walk you through the steps that I secretly take to grow my YouTube channel. So let's have a look at the analytics so you can see how the journey is progressing since the beginning, because I really started to take this YouTube thing seriously in late November 2017. That's when I decided that I was going to do a 90-day challenge. I was going to create one piece of content, one video every single day for 90 days just to see what happened. The fact is, I kept going beyond 90 days. I did around, I think it was 126 consistent days. But during that period, it didn't really feel like I was getting anywhere. It didn't feel like I was growing. It kind of felt like I was just wasting my time. And I almost gave up several times. But I knew that if I kept going, if I pushed through that period, I would eventually get to a position where all that content I created began to compound. And now you will see the results of that content compounding over time. So here, if we go back to the 21st or the 22nd of November, when I started to take things seriously and I decided to publish one video every single day. Here you can see, as time is going on, there's not a great deal of traction. There's not much happening there. In fact, things don't really start to happen for me until the following April. And then I still continue to push through, even though the results aren't massive. And then the next big change comes in July of 2018. And then from that point onwards, you can see that I am growing. The channel is now growing faster and faster as the months go by. And now, when we're over here, you can see that, okay, it dips down. We have these dips, but we have these peaks. And generally speaking, it's going in the right direction because, as you know, as you hopefully know, success is not a straight line. We can't just go from like zero right over to success. There's these peaks and valleys along the journey, and that's what we're seeing here. So you're going to see that I plateau for a little while. Here you can see that things look like they're not growing, but as I'm creating more content, as I'm churning stuff out, as I'm understanding more of what my audience wants, the content that I've created previously begins to compound. And then it brings on this next wave of traction. And when it comes to earning revenue from this, you can do okay for yourself from around 1,000 subscribers if you have everything set out properly. And I'm not talking about making money from AdSense, because in truth, the earnings that you make from AdSense are going to be way less than your other earnings if you have a funnel set up properly. We can talk more about that in another video. Let me know in the comments if you want me to create that type of content for you. Okay, so how do you grow on YouTube using free software? Well, I've got a link in the description below. It's going to take you to a free Chrome extension. This is it. It's called TubeBuddy. Click the link below. You'll be able to install it for free. So here's one of the things that you can do with it. So if you go to the YouTube search bar, type in your niche. I'm just going to go with sales funnel. Check this out, because on the right hand side here we have search volume. So you can see that this keyword, this key phrase, gets over 300,000 searches every month. However, check this out. The overall weight for this key phrase, so to rank for this key phrase, is poor. It gives you a 10 out of 100 score. So it's going to be very difficult to rank for. But if we click here for weighted, that's going to change the score depending on your channel. So your results are going to be different to my results when we click this button. So if I click that, check this out. So now it's moved me from poor to fair. So I've got an okay chance because my channel is more relevant to that key phrase. Now, if we click on related, because what we really want to do is move this dial from fair over to green, which is good, or dark green, which is excellent. So let's choose a long tail key phrase, because right now this is short tail. It's only 2 keywords long. So we want to go for, let's say, sales funnel for service business. Let's click on that. Maybe it'll move the dial up a little bit. Not much. Okay, so let's go down here, how to build a sales funnel. Let's see what happens. If we click on that one. So it's just a case of finding the right one for you. There we go. Excellent. Okay, so the search volume has dropped down. That's okay, but we have an excellent chance, 80 out of 100% chance of ranking for this key phrase. Even though the search volume has dropped down, we will be better off targeting that key phrase than a short tail key phrase, which is more competitive. And when it comes to generating traffic and growing an audience, something is better than nothing. So that's why it's important to go for these long tail key phrases. So that's probably one of the most important aspects of TubeBuddy, but let me show you something else which is really handy. Now if we go to YouTube Studio, where we have our videos listed, if we click on one of these, so let's say we go with, let's say this one, if we click on details, what we're going to get here is the normal YouTube fields that we can fill in and put in our copy and our details there. But we also get this extra drop down button. So if we click on that, here we have a whole heap of different options. Look at this, SEO Studio. So if we click on that, we type in our target keyword. So let's say free affiliate website traffic. Click start. And now it's giving an SEO score for this particular video. And you can see for that key phrase, free affiliate website traffic, I have got a 94% SEO score on TubeBuddy. Here it runs you through a list of things that you should do to optimize your video. And there you can see that right through the copy, it's highlighting the keywords and it's now generating that high score. Not only that, if we click next, so it's asking me to add the exact target keyword as the first tag. If I click that, add now, there you can see that it's moved up the SEO score because it's added the key phrase here. And it's also asking me to include more relevant tags. So I could choose some of these from the list. So I could go with that one, that, maybe that. And now it's moved the score up to 100. So the chances of this video ranking for that key phrase are pretty high. We can create a new thumbnail if we want to. I'm actually testing this at the moment, which I'll explain more about in a second. So we can click next, and then we can apply everything that we've done in that to the video. So if we click apply to video, it's going to populate the title, description, tags with the optimized metadata. Click close and then hit save, and then it's done it for you. It's pretty nice and easy. Let me show you another thing that we can do. Now I think you have to upgrade to one of the premium versions for this, but it gives you A/B split tests. This is really good because if you can increase the click-through rate on your thumbnail by around 3%, then you're going to move up one place, at least according to WordStream. So that's really beneficial. So we have to test different thumbnails. And if you've been on Profit Copilot for a while, well, you've probably seen me do that. You've seen thumbnails change and one looks out of place and things look a bit weird. That's why. It's because I'm constantly testing new thumbnails. I want to increase that click-through rate as much as possible. Let me show you. So here, if we have a look at the video that we were just looking at, I think, maybe it's a different one, but a similar thumbnail. Here you can see that it's telling me that based on the total number of impressions and clicks, it is 61% sure that the variation will perform better than the original. However, it's not reached that 95% confidence level just yet, but it's a good start. So it's telling me that this variation is probably going to get clicked more often than this one. So this could be the one to go with. If we go back, we can also test, let me show you. This is a new one that I am just running at the moment. I'm actually not testing different thumbnails. I'm okay with the thumbnail that I've chosen at the moment, but I want to test different copy. Now, let me show you something else, because this one is quite interesting. This one has been completed because it reached a 79% score that the variation will perform better than the original. I actually ended this early because the data was leaning so heavily towards the variation. So that's the original thumbnail, and this is the variation. Not that much difference, but the color is slightly different. It's a little bit more bold. It sticks out a little bit more. It's going to grab more attention. So TubeBuddy is a little secret weapon that I use to achieve growth. But if you want to go beyond that and get more traffic to your blog posts, to your videos, to your podcast, to whatever you like, really, I want to share with you the traffic methods that I never share on YouTube. I want to give them all to you for free, so you get them directly to your inbox every day when you go to profitcopilot.com/traffic. Grab that. It is completely free. And if you found this useful, give it a thumbs up below. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. That's cool too. And if you want more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and click that little notification bell so you never miss an update from me. And I will hopefully see you again in a couple of days' time. Take care.